Hello everyone, I am the Halfwit Brit and this is Manor Lords, and look, there's no rain, there's no snow, we just have a nice, I'm guessing spring, I think we're in about May, so just about going into summer. Lovely, look at that, absolutely gorgeous. We have a few things planned today, but I just want to be a little bit upfront about some stuff. So I've played between episodes, I generally don't do that, I don't like to do that, but things were just not happening quickly enough for me. I think main reason for that is a lot of our resources are over here, so when they're getting dragged over here to build this area up, it just takes time. I do have ox. How many have I got there? Is that 16 or 25? I'm not too sure what the different numbers mean. Oh, unassigned is 16, so I have, yeah, 25 altogether and 16 doing nothing currently. So I have the ability to move it. Maybe I need more ox. That probably would make a little bit of sense. You can never have enough of those. And over here, I don't think I did much. So Goldhoff is going to be the unloved child. It kind of sort of is looking after itself. Food is... we're just about okay. I've expanded a little bit. We do have some vegetable gardens kind of going on here. In fact, we'll take those coins and we'll put another one in. But Goldhoff is going to be sort of ignored for the time being. I think maybe the next episode or two, just depending on how things go. So one of the main issues we're having currently is Middleton's issue with food, because we have berries, we have the wild animals, which I have moved a little bit closer to my hunting camp, which worked first time. It didn't jump erratically somewhere halfway across the map. It just moved, I'm going to say about an inch or two. I mean, I'm guessing that's, you know, a few hundred meters in game terms. But yeah, food's a little bit of a sticking point. We do have a nice vegetable garden here, but unfortunately nobody's moved in yet, and I think these houses will possibly get populated first. We do have some animals as well. Now we've got some piggies. We've also got the chickens we had initially, so I have been expanding things a little bit. But other than that, this area doesn't have the capacity, or should I say the capability, to make any more kind of food. Like, there was a small spot here we could do some farming. So their main way of getting food, aside from like back gardens, really is going to be trade. Now the main way we can achieve that is producing goods that are worth some money. So obviously we have this lovely rich deep mine here, and we have been trading. If we have a quick look, as you can see, firewood and is that iron or steel? Iron slab. So we have been getting a little bit of money. So all time we've made 307. So that is starting to help, and we are kind of, we do, weirdly enough, we have some bread in here. I'm not too sure how that's, oh, it's gone now, someone's pinched it. I'm not too sure how that came to be. I don't know if we're possibly, it might be, wait a minute, this may answer the question. Aha, there we go. So the pack station is dropping it to the closest place, which is here, which is fine. I have no issues with that whatsoever. But yes, we've got a lot to do. First, we're going to look at possibly a blacksmith, so we can start making either weapons or armor. Just, we'll have a look to see, like, cost-wise, because we don't have the points for trade routes. That's going to be the initial thing. I don't mind paying, I guess, the initial kind of fee that you get on one of the first ones. We'll have to look, but we're nowhere near points-wise in getting those. And the other thing is, we're going to be moving this town, Mintingham, across this way a little bit. Yes, it's a bit of a bold, mad, maybe I don't know. It makes a little bit of sense. To be fair, most of this side downwards is farmland. As you can see, I've took fields out already. But my goal, I suppose, is to have probably nothing south of this river here and have most of it over here, which will make sense from trading with this region once we capture it. It also makes sense because we've got Mintingham next door, and that region there, again, not too far. Mintingham is going to be the hub. I'm going to try and build my towns close to the borders as I can. I mean, you know, berries permitting, and that wild animals we can move slightly. So I think that's sort of my goal. Anyway, less wittering, because I do about 5 minutes of just talk and not much action. And then I think we'll get on with it. I think we'll start with blacksmithing. And I just see Mintingham. Oh, that's the other side. I was thinking, oh yeah, somebody has moved in here. I'm sure there was 3 there, or maybe there wasn't. But I think originally, we said that the ones in the middle here potentially would be like the blacksmiths and things like that. So storehouse there will have the iron slabs, so that can be taken quite easily. Now, I could build some houses here. I'm just thinking trade-wise, so we got that one over there. We need to keep some space for trade. So for stuff that's going to get produced sort of in this area, and that's the center of the region, isn't it? So I need to put some trade. I don't mind having, obviously, the ones kind of here and on the borders. But we probably could do with some in the middle as well, which potentially would help. It depends where the armor and things are stored. If they get made here and then taken over to this storehouse, then it's not a million miles away for this specific trade post. So we just got to have a think about how we're going to do storage and things like that. I'm not too fussed about that, but it's just picking the right sort of areas just to make things as efficient as possible. Anyway, with that being said, I think, so when we look at blacksmithing is more for, we got weapons, we got the iron parts, and then obviously the bower's workshop we can do as well, and we've got the armorer. So let's just look at the trade quickly. Now we're currently trading out iron slabs, so we had 30 in there. What else can we do? So these are all major trades. We kind of knew that anyway. And they're all major trades as well, but that's mainly clothing and ale, that's fine. Crafting materials, these are minor. So is the metal parts on there? We can see the slab is. No. Oh, what a sausage. That's annoying, because I'd like to know kind of how much that's worth, because an iron part, isn't that? Takes 1 iron bar, makes 2. Or do we just go straight full on into well, bows and crossbows, we've got those. I think maybe armor. Yeah, we'll go with it. We're going to need 2 of these. Do we have the coin to do so? We do. So 1 for helmets, 1 for the mail. I think we will stop them trading the iron slabs. So we were currently getting 4 for those. Oh, do we have no? We have no horses over here. We do have the stable. Do we have? What about stable space? So we got 1. So I could get 1 horse. We'll do that. So let's have a quick look at. I mean, we're going to need some of these anyway. Again, it doesn't tell you how much, but the helmets are 60. What is the mail? 80. So that makes me feel like the mail armor's probably worth a little bit more. And we can afford that, so let's establish a trade route. So they're worth 18. And we're not going to full trade. We're just going to export. I don't mind exporting out. I might keep. Actually, it doesn't really matter for the moment because we're not having the troops. 120. Eesh. How much are you going to give me as well? You're 6. Which is weird because the mail armor was a cheaper route. Okay, that's fine. Right. I don't want to be doing that too much because we are going to need to bring other bits in. So we need 1 more level 2, which is going to be here. Perfect. Right, so hopefully that starts working away. The bloomery, I think he's doing a reasonably good job. Again, it doesn't tell you what it's actually doing, which is infuriating. We have nobody in this storehouse. That is because I'm an idiot. Yes. I've just made them into artisans, haven't I? So what have we got a lot of? Firewood. We've still got quite a bit. What are you? Woodcutter's Lodge. Okay, let's take 1 family out of there. That's gone to somewhere else. Traders, I think we'll take a family out of there as well, temporarily. There we go. Oh, that's close. So they should go and pick up those bits and pieces, and hopefully that helps. I'm just looking forward to someone moving in here. We do have the approval, so it should be fine. Right. That's that done. Moving over here, we're in June currently. As you can see, we have our sheep farm almost built here. And we have some pastures. So obviously everything is coming this direction. We also moved our foresters' huts. There should be 2 of them over here. They were here, but obviously I want access to the barley that's within this area. So this stuff will get moved as well. We do have stables here and things. I'm just debating the placement of this market. I don't know if I want to move that or not. I mean, That is a lovely spot. Again, it's the King's Road. I get a little bit iffy about doing stuff near those. Is that... It's got a bit of flax, but we're never going to need that much flax, let's be honest. So maybe, while we think about it... Is there no water in there? If there was one right in the middle, that would have been lovely. Okay, so we'll make a ginormous... Okay, maybe not. What's the deal with that? I guess it depends which way you start building it as well. Maybe I'll have to separate it with a road. And interesting, when you watch how it decides what's going on. Okay, let's put a road through the middle. Have a bit of a crossroad there. Let's try that again. It is an interesting kind of mechanic on how that works. See, that's good. I can live with that. And obviously all the other market stalls from the other side are going to move a little bit. See, that's perfect. That is going to be a super busy area. And then if I remove this one, that's going to put loads of stuff on the ground, but it's not raining and it's not snowing, so that should be fine. Yeah, they're instantly going to move. It's fine. Awesome. So just over here, I could start harvesting these now, some of them. I know we're going to lose a little bit of crops, but not too major really. So let's just sort of start thinking about that. I need to leave at least one family. Now some of these, let's see, 11 of 13. Well, let's get you done. We don't need anyone in the windmill currently. I mean, it does make sense long term, but I was gonna say we don't need anyone planting trees. So we'll take you guys. Woodcutter's Lodge. How are we doing for firewood? 17 months. Yeah, I can afford to pinch one from there as well. Excellent. That gives me 4 on this. Currently none in here, so there's 3 for you. Large granite, we are going to move that at some point, aren't we? Fishing wise, we got 3 families in there. Damn. How much fish do we have? 59. Excellent. Oh, we're going to have to move the church as well. Oh, all these things we're going to have to do. The hunting camp, I think I'm quite happy to remove that completely for the time being. We're getting enough meat from the sheep. The livestock, 1 can go in there. Trade post we had there, I've already removed. Got someone in there. Oh, that reminds me, corpse pit. The Baron tried to stake a claim on Mintingham. Yeah, I should have had my recording software open while I was messing around. He didn't really send that much at me, to be fair. We did lose the retinue that we had for Middleton, I think it was, yeah. But other than that, we didn't really lose too much. I think the archers and the crossbowmen, again, are just, yeah, crazy overpowered when you've got a few of those around. So, yeah, that happened. I'm a little bit annoyed. I wanted that on camera because I generally failed, but I think I did. Well, he was definitely worse off than me. Weaver's Workshop. How are we looking for stuff like that? So 48 linen, loads of wool. We probably need to relook into this at some point. Malt house, how are we doing for ale? Loads, so let's take them out of there. I just kind of want to clear these fields as quickly as possible and then start thinking about getting the stuff built over this side, because we definitely have the capacity to do so. If we're in June now, we can actually switch all these to wheat. If I burn that field, it's not going to be an issue, is it? I mean, we are going to lose a little bit of crop, but it's not a problem. That one is ready to go. These are all going to be barley, if I remember correctly. Now, the good thing here is they also have the ability to do wheat, so I can swap them about. I think this is flax. Yes, I think they're all flax. I don't think we necessarily need that much flax, but we shall see. That's going to be a lot of flax. We'll do it anyway. Flax, and we're going to need some more farmers over here. Yeah, that is just probably way too much flax, but I'll take it because we can sell whatever is left. Right, so they're sort of set up. I don't know if... I mean, we're definitely going to have more flax. We'll probably have more barley than normal, but wheat's probably going to drop off a cliff. So let me just think about that. Currently have 210. We may need to add some more fields over here. And let's put in a farmhouse. In fact, I'm going to pause the game briefly just while I do some of this, which is very unusual behaviour from me. I usually just let the game run, and it'll be what it'll be sort of attitude. So we have a farmhouse here, a farmhouse here. I may put one over this side as well, because this is, I think it's all Emma, as you can see. It's bright green. I don't think it's a little bit, yeah, I think it's just going to be Emma. And we'll also need as well probably another windmill. We've got 100% efficiency right there, so that may change when I put fields in. I don't know, we'll see. We have a granary nearby as well, but that's just going to store everything, so we may need to have a granary just for flour, and then maybe one of these will be a baker. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. We're definitely going to need more fields. I'll come back to that though. Right, let's just check on how this is going. Do I just tell them alter to early harvest? I think we will. But yeah, I'm just going to do it. Right, I'm going to do this quickly and I'll be right back with you. Okay, we've just turned it into July and I've started clearing out these fields as we go. It's a bit of a mission in itself. I've left the larger fields just a little bit longer because I think that makes a little bit of sense there. Mintinghamb has got a new family moving in. I'm going to assume that'll be one of these. Yeah, they're all starting to move in. I don't know if... Yeah, we're going to need some level 2s, but as you can see, there's still some issues with getting resources over here. That's not a problem. It will happen in due course, and the fields are starting to get ploughed as well. Excellent. Did I attach? Yep. We do have livestock for that one. There's nothing going on currently in the sheep farm, but I will have to move them all over here as we go on. This area here is going to make a great little space. As you can see, if I wanted the Emma, there's that. But outside of that, we've got a lot of space we can build in. In hindsight, maybe that marketplace, I'm going to keep bloody moving it, may work better there. If there's water there, I might do it. Oh, why? Why do this to me, game? Okay, so I thought I'd just jump back into Middleton. We have, obviously, our armourer's workshop. So, currently... What is going on there? Oh, right. Just helmets? Production limit helmets. Why are they both... Whoa, pause the game. Have I done something wrong there? Oh, have I only unlocked helmet? Oh, duh, idiot. Okay. That explains why. Alright, we're going to have an abundance of helmets then. But at least that's going to start working for us now. The people are currently transporting, I'm guessing. They're on their way there. Iron slab. Iron slab. Oh, look, that's what I'd like to see. They're all... I probably pinched it all from the trading post, to be fair. And there is some helmets already in. So while I've not been paying attention, the game has been taking care of things. Whoops, wrong button. How are we doing for iron ore? 54. So the bloomery's just about keeping up. We may need another one of those at some point as well. And we're just going to keep an eye on fuel as well. Because see, fuel is at 5 months. Food is at 5 months. And this is the problem now. We're in July, so that means the berries are going to go. Now we are bringing bread over here. Maybe we need to consider doing that a little bit more. And the only other option we have for that, and the question is, what can we trade? So currently this is sending ale and receiving salt, and it's also sending bread. Ooh, and they're both to Goldhoff. So if I decide to take one of those away, how upset are they going to be? What have they got bread-wise? 35, not a lot. And they've got no ale. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I'd probably best not messing with that, because it's just going to upset people. I could put another pack station in, maybe. But they should. Oh my god, look how much money Mintingham has. Jesus. Mintingham is minted, literally. So we could, I'm just kind of dabbling with the idea of what we could possibly do. I'm guessing we've not traded any bread in. No. Now, I think if I remember correctly, it said bread was a major import, wasn't it? So, sausages is the only major, allegedly. When you... Oh no, it's fine now. That is weird. That is super weird. So that's going to cost me 4 for everyone, which we can afford. But the question being, what are you trading? Does it tell me when I hover over you? It just says you're trading. And where are you going? Well, I'm hoping you're going to go and grab some bread. So we're just going to keep an eye on it. That is a little bit unnerving. Obviously, we're going to get an influx of meat as well. So we may be okay. I could, if I really wanted to, add some stuff to them as well. But I think we'll just see. Are these houses filling in a little bit of a save coming through there? We have, yep. So they've got that one and that one. And we'll start getting vegetables planted. I think we'll be fine. I don't think it's going to be a major problem. As you can see, the fields are being ploughed. Excellent. It's what we need. And that market, it's going to get moved. It will end up there, I'm telling you. Maybe just not yet. How are we doing over here? This one is completely done. So it's going to be a lot of moving. I think, unless something interesting happens, I'm going to clear this stuff off and then I'll be right back. So even though I said Goldhoff would be the unloved child today, again, we could move that meat closer, just sort of thinking about that. There's not much going on here. We have obviously stone that we can harvest. We have the salt. That was the main sort of goal for this region. Now, there is obviously a tiny bit of fertility for Emma here, but we have a point. So what do we do with that point? And I'm thinking money. Because, I mean, we could go with apples as well. That is an option. But there's not much else we're going to use now, and we can trade the honey. Now, again, we've got the points here we could use, but we've only used 2 points, and I'm thinking honey may make a little bit of sense, especially with the ability to somewhat spam the stuff, and it'll just kind of bolster their food as well. I mean, we've got lots of fuel over here, but food, I mean, look at that forest that we've planted. Ridiculous. I think honey does kind of makes a bit of sense, and I like the idea of these being over by the church. I don't know, I think about monks and things like that. I guess that would usually be associated with a vineyard probably, but I think if we can get in, not enough goods. What are we short of? Planks. Right, wonderful. Where did I put that? Saw pit, there we go. Bang someone in there, excellent. So we'll get as many of those as we can. We have no spare people. Obviously, that is an issue. So foragers, don't need anyone in there. To be fair, how are we doing? Firewood. I could probably turn that off for a little while. Have we got someone over? Oh, we got no one doing salt at the moment. That is interesting. Let's get somebody in there. That would be pretty daft. Anyone in the church? No. Okay. That's all good. Yeah, so honey's another thing that we can bring in. I think that would make a little bit of sense for us as well. Now, hopefully, I've assigned the horses to this, so that should help do whatever it is they're going to do. So currently, they're transporting, trading. Stock's good for sale. So what have you actually got? Anything? You're just trading. You're on your way back. It looks to be... There's a road here. I don't know where you've been, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. Hopefully this trading post, there we go, will start to bring bread. I literally told them, the only thing I want you to do, and there's a lot of people in here, is stock up bread, which brings it to here. So that should speed things up a little bit. I will leave on the pack station for the time being. You see all our fields over here are gone. Once they've done their job in here too, I will clear these out as well. There's a lot of work to do. And I don't know why I did it, but I decided to upgrade the granary here, which I'm obviously going to remove anyway. The sheep farm has been removed, but some of the sheep are still lingering. Oh, wait a minute, we have a pasture there. Might be why. Hopefully. They've all gone to the same spot. Oh, there we go. Oh, they're getting carried. Oh, wait, you may be... Oh, no, for wool. Some of them are going, and some are not. So they're kind of making their way. It's just going to take a tiny bit of time, isn't it? But things are, you know, kind of sort of working the way I'd expect them to, and that's absolutely fabulous. We just need to move more of the town, and really, it's not that much. I could probably get away with leaving some of these things here anyway, but I think it's just this sort of stuff and some of the farming associated buildings, so it may not be as drastic as I first thought. So with these sort of things starting to come together nicely and thinking about windmills being here, we probably need a granary over here. I feel like it makes a little bit of sense. I could probably sneak one in the back here, or Maybe just on this corner. I don't know. I'd like it to tuck in as closely as possible, unless we... No, fine, if that's what you want to do. And then this burgage plot, I think, plot level 2 low. Okay, so we need to upgrade you to level 2. You've got issues with clothing and food. Okay. So once we kind of achieve that, I think we may have a couple of bakers along here. Say couple, probably 3. May make sense just to kind of churn through all the flour as quickly as possible. Most of these fields, being now September, you can see some sheep coming across here. See, they've got the right idea. Everything's slowly but surely happening there. I think the issue possibly is here is that the farmers live so far away. Causing me a tiny bit of a problem. Yeah. So as long as they're mostly, that one's mostly planted. That one isn't at all. That one's mostly done. I could prioritize them, I suppose, to get them finished, but we're in September. We still have a little bit of time, so I'm not going to panic just yet. But I think I'm going to do something because I can't help myself. And well, there we have it. I couldn't resist myself. We have a church because we needed to move one over here. We have a tavern. We have a well right in the centre of town. And there we go. We have our markets, which then leaves us some space here to put some houses in. I'm guessing whoever lives next door to the tavern may be making the ale so it doesn't have to go too far. But yeah, I just couldn't resist. And we do have to move these things from over here, so it just... No, it makes a little bit of sense. You know, I can't help it. It is one of those things. We currently have 4 families spare, so I'm just going to drop in a couple of extra people, even though I've asked them to build more into some of these. Now, we do have 2 spaces here, so if I come all the way over here... Now, the only downside to this is they have animals, so I'm not too sure what will happen. That's one family... Wait for it. There we go. He's telling me there's some without a home. 2. Now the question is, will the piggies go here? So there's 4 pasture space. It'll be interesting to see because I'm not too sure how that works. I think, are these all chickens? Can we swap one of those out for something else? Maybe get some pigs in here just to shake it up a little bit. If we remove the chickens and then animal pen. Do a couple of pigs, I think. I don't know how this works exactly when it comes to this sort of stuff. Oh, there goes some sheep. So they're slowly but surely making their way across. But yeah, I don't know if they just vanish into thin air. They'll kind of run off. I mean, currently they're quite happy to be somewhat free. But those families that were there should... Oh. Not going to move my manor. I made this mistake before. And it made all my retinue homeless, so I shall not be moving that. That's one thing I definitely know. Yeah, they've moved in here, so that's a nice easy swap, which is what we wanted. How are we getting on here? So that's 100% done. Let me get that on a highest priority as well. That one's not even been started. That's been done. Okay, so if you put that as very high, stick that one on highest. There we go. And these ones, that looks done. Almost done. Not even started. Okay, they're slowly but surely working their way through them. I'm more interested in the Emma. I mean, what is that going to give me? It doesn't currently tell me. We're probably going to need more than that, but we do have quite a bit of wheat. We've got tons of wool. I need to do something with the wool. I have no clue yet, but we definitely do. Oh, bollocks. There's no polite way of putting that. Where are you? You are currently... Oh, actually, I'm not too worried about that. The raiders. Right, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to handle this better than we have before. So what options do we have? We got Middleton's retinue. We will rally those. I have no clue where they're going. I'm going to venture a guess. If they're here, they're coming this way. So we'll get those chaps up and running. Mintinghamb. We will rally you. To be fair, they're going to go for whatever is nearby. And we're here. I might bring them over this way. And then what do we have? We also have archers. And crossbow militia. Oh, they've picked up bad thing to do, haven't they? And we also have, although it's that time of year, it's always harvest season, but we have plenty of troops to deal with them. So hopefully, as we watch everybody kind of sort their stuff out, yeah, they're definitely heading this way. To be fair, if that's what they're going to do, we may as well just sort of wait here. We'll do a nice row of you guys. You don't need to run. Spear Militia is also here. I don't want to lose people particularly, and these are going to be stronger. But we'll just kind of nestle those in next door. My archers. Again, I think we'll keep them at the back. Nice row of those. And my crossbow militia. How many have they sent? They've sent quite a few people. I might just sort of do something like that. And then if the chaps that are coming across from Middleton make it in time, we may not even need them. But we should be able to deal with it. I can see all the people running. Where's the church bell? Why are you not ringing? There's never ever a dull moment in this game at all. I do love it. It's just constant. There's always something to keep you busy. I'm just thinking about it actually. The retinue from here, I think we're not going to bother. I think they're just not going to make it in time. It's sort of pointless. How are we doing for food over here and fuel? Ugh. Do need to take a look at that soon. We're obviously going to be using a lot more fuel, and I think we're trading it as well, aren't we? Are we bringing bread in? We are. So just while they all kind of get into position, this pack station here, I'm going to stop. Because, yeah, it's taking firewood from that area. Let's see how we're set up. So, not too bad. What have they got? Yeah, they've got no ranged capability. So, let's keep them in a nice row there. Now, the problem that could happen is when one of these tries to come round the back to get the archers. So, if we try and do something like that, I'll just keep these chaps a little bit further back. It is going to happen potentially that they will get hit. So we just have to bear that in mind. We'll have them to shoot at will. Except crossbow. Crossbow don't have a shoot at will. I think we'll leave them as balanced. These guys are going to be stand your ground. And also stand your ground. Hopefully we'll be fine. I don't see it being a tough challenge, but it's just, yeah, just got to be kind of careful. And all these things that we got going on as well, we got things being planted. I mean, in fact, it looks like they've done a good job on the flax, mostly. I think we'll be alright. Some are not done. We're not going to starve, I don't think. I think it's famous last words. And just while that's kind of happening, I've lost all bearing now. We're over here, aren't we? Yes. My apiary's done. They are. How much are we in the way of planks? Oh, we got tons of them. See, this is how confident I am of my troops. I'm going to come over here while all that's going on. Oh, that's going to be ale. We know about this. That's not a problem. Just a thought, though. Is one family enough in apiaries? I've been told different things. I'm interested on people's opinion here. I feel like I could top it up to the brim, but I think one family in each should be enough. And I know it takes a little bit of time for these things to get going. There we go. There we are. Excellent. I mean, it's a little bit of food that we've got there, isn't it? Yeah, this is a little bit frightening. Let me quickly check. We do have some spare people. How much have we got in the way of firewood? Quite a bit, so we could potentially put one of our spare people in there. And how are we doing for... Oh my, we have a lot of helmets. Okay. I'm going to temporarily pause that and the game as well. Just because they'll use firewood kind of make the helmets, don't they? What are we doing for iron slabs? And that's also using fuel. That's not a problem. We do have 16 currently in here. Have we traded any yet? No, is that all we got? 30. Oh, for 5. I suppose that's not too bad. I'll take it. We do have some cash in the bank, and that's the main thing. Anyway, let's take a quick nosy at what's going on over here. Now, they're going to try the whole pincer movement. We know what they're like. As you can see, my archers are currently firing. I think the crossbowmen don't have quite the same range. Oh, look at the numbers dropping on these. It's these ones here that I've got to be careful of. Right, you guys need to come across here. I can see what you're up to. You two go for those. What do we have? We could run these guys. Hopefully. Oh, there goes one straight away. Do you know what? I absolutely love the flag. We should be okay. I think. There we go. These guys are going to get here just in time. Oh, some of them made it through. Interesting. Now we could do the give ground. Slowly pushes the formation line backwards, luring the enemy to follow. You're busy with two of those. We're going to lose a couple of retinue. Let's... Oh, wait a minute. What? Oh, they are going. Okay. I was just seeing what they were shooting at, but... Oh, is that a save? Okay. Don't think there's much I can do about this. Hopefully we're okay. Okay, they're running off. Excellent. And that leaves one left. Whether or not these have the vision to do so. Right, you guys, because I don't know what these are actually up to, we will disband them. Because obviously I want them to carry on with the farming and things. There we go. So it looks like we lost a retinue there. We lost one archer. And that's it. By the looks of it, I think that was fairly successful. We'll disband these chaps. Which then means we need spare body in the corpse bit. And then we need to find another one from somewhere because we are super busy with stuff. But where can I get somebody from? I'm not currently trading anyone in here, so we'll take someone from there and put them in the church. It's only a couple of our own corpses. Sounds awful saying it, but there is. That we need. And I think from the fisherman point of view, I think we'll take these out of here as well, just to get those extra bodies up and running. But look at the carnage. That's what we like to see. It's not our bodies on the floor for a change. So I was just trying to find out what my farmers are doing and why they're not dealing with the fields. It looks to me like they're taking the wheat from these current farmhouses, which is slightly annoying. And I get why, because there's no one in here. So my only option is if I demolish, I think, I don't know, they may still pick it up. It is that kind of a, ooh, oh, it doesn't like it when you do certain things, this game. And I think potentially the optimization's a little bit less than before, but then I'm looking now, the FPS drops just for that and then shoots back up to, we're running at about 50, 55. And I've not capped it, so I'm guessing 60 is what it's going to aim for, but the videos are always, I think, in 30 FPS anyway. So what's he going to do now? Just out of curiosity. Now he's just waiting. Transporting. Oh, they're having a good old natter. Obviously, there's quite a few corpses. We know about that. I think it's just probably a bad time to do what I did. I mean, that is entirely possible. So they're transporting and waiting. September, I'm sure. Harvesting, ploughing and sowing crops. So, I mean, they've still got next season as well, I guess. What are you guys doing? Transporting and crafting. Peddling, ploughing by hand. Okay, I'm guessing that's probably a back garden. Sowing. Oh, there we go. Sowing. So some of them are starting to do it. Excellent. It may be the threshing issue, I suppose you could say. And you've got the work area, so I can limit them. That might be something worthwhile doing, because we've got how many farmhouses? 3? So if I initially say basically you look after that, and oh god, that's a big area to be fair, but Yeah, you guys sort of look after that. And I'll turn this off next time, but we just want to make sure. And see if it... I don't know if it happens instantaneously. Dropping resources. Sowing. There we go. Sowing. Aha. Finally. So they're stopping doing all the other bits and pieces they would be doing. And they're getting on with the fields. Perfect. Yeah. I just don't want to get to a point where we're going to run out of bread, which does seem, yeah, slightly impossible at this point, but excellent. That's all working for us. You can see here an animal ran away, so I'm guessing the pigs do disappear. Okay, well at least we know for future reference. I mean, it's fine having the pigs. I think it's a nice kind of addition to make the burgage plots look a little bit different when you've got different things going on, rather than just, you know, chickens the whole way. But meat-wise, we're perfectly fine because of all the sheep that we have. We could probably do with kind of bolstering the numbers a little bit. I mean, they are breeding, so there is that. I don't know what difference it makes by having more workers in here or more sheep farms. I don't think it does. No, I think it's just like the wool when there's a lot to do, but we've got so much wool anyway, it's not really an issue. And just another quick look at Middleton, we can see we've got even more bread coming. So we're probably going to be fine. I think it's just getting this fuel up and running now. So we have quite a bit of firewood. Charcoal is starting to catch up. I have put some spare people into these buildings because it just makes sense. Also the forester's hut just to replant the area. Probably going to have to go crazy on that at some point. And I'm guessing we've still got a lot of... Yeah, we've got tons of helmets. So I guess turning those buildings off every once in a while is probably useful. Like, I'm guessing the market won't be flooded just yet. Yeah, supply average. Yeah. But desired surplus 94. No. I don't want any, basically. I mean, we could, but at the moment, just trade. Give me some cash. We're going to need all the cash we can get over here. But it's, yeah, I think we're kind of solving that food problem now. That was my initial when I first started recording today, is how do we deal with the food issue over here? One is people moving in. And as you can see, this is going to give us a nice amount of vegetables. I do wonder, though, if one family is going to be able to deal with that. I may have to add the additional living space. In fact, we'll do that. And then that's that. We also obviously have the pigs. Now, I could add the pigs to this as well, but I'm just mindful of the coin while we're trying to bring some bread in. So I might get ready to do it, like so. But I think that'll be okay. And I think it's just keeping an eye on the fuel. If it gets a little bit kind of close to the wire, we could start making some iron. Because at the moment, we're only making that to store it. We're not using it currently. So, yeah, I think it's just that little bit of micromanagement is going to work nicely for us. And I'm guessing all these fields are probably done now. So the question is what the farmers actually doing. Oh, so they are going over there. So once they've finished doing their actual job, they are going to go and collect, yeah, the wheat and turn it into grain. So that is kind of sort of working. So we'll get someone in here. Though my granary that I put here somewhere, that needs to be built. In fact, let's turn this off. Because I want everything to go into this one. Because I think the granary we have over here, I'm pretty sure I turned off. Yeah. All the bread stuff. Yeah, I want it all in the same spot. And I'll probably do the same for the butchers. Have a granary. Assuming salt goes into the granary. I don't think it does, actually. Let me have a quick look over here. Where's my large granary? No salt in there. In fact, do we have any salt? We do. We have a lot of salt. Where would that be? I have some extra ones around, so possibly... Ah, there we go. So, yeah. So, salt needs to be somewhere near the granary. That's going to be doing the meat and the sausage business. Although... we do have a bit of space around here. We have the markets here. So I guess it's just trying to fit it in and make it look right. But these are going to all be burgage plots. I'm just debating kind of whether or not I put another road in here to sort of split it up. Whether it's a diagonal road through. But that could mess up the burgage plots there. We probably only get 2. Or it may look okay. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So we got a couple of options here. We can do the double burgage plots with back gardens, or we could do 1. Or we can go for 3 and then 1 here that isn't going to have a back garden. I don't think that's not too bad, actually. I kind of like that. I think it sort of works. And then, I guess, if we do that this way, it's going to follow the same sort of principle, but we'd probably get more houses if I did something like that, or if we rotated it this way. I don't think it matters which way they face, to be fair. So that's 4 that way. We got the tavern there, and that'd give us double houses with back gardens. I'm just thinking I've got to be careful. I don't want to double up the houses too much, especially if they're going to be an artisan. I don't know if they are going to be or not, but it's just something to bear in mind. So I think we'll do that. I think the diagonal there works quite nicely. Could do a similar thing here, but that diagonal is going to go a long sort of direction. So unless I do something like this and drag that through there, it doesn't have to be sort of a running theme. And I'm not going to put any more houses in because we're just going to get too many. But I think it might sort of work. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So the great upheaval of year 12 is well underway, as you can see. Just looking at all the farm land that's been cleared from here. There's still a granary down here, but a lot of houses and fields have started to go, market stalls, and everyone is slowly but surely moving their way across. We managed to survive winter, which is always a good sign. But yeah, here we go. The town is starting to take shape quite nicely. The church right in the center there. Beautiful. That'll look fantastic once it's done and upgraded as well, because we need to do that. We also have our tavern. Some of the houses here that you can see are being upgraded. That's going to be a brewer, I believe, if I remember rightly, or it will be once it's level 2 burgage plot. So we do need to get some malt houses over here. I think probably somewhere in this sort of area we'll go for. We do also have the windmills up and running now, and the granary that's here. So this granary is solely for farming related stuff, namely ale at the moment, and also stuff for making bread, so all the flour, the grains and that sort of thing. So they're going to go and collect it from across the map, but that will certainly speed things up. One thing I need to sort of think about in the long run is some houses that are going to maybe be in this sort of area to have the gardens for vegetables as well. Obviously we got fish over here, we can deal with that. We do need the butchers as well. Over in Middleton, as I said Middleham, get the name mixed up, we survived winter just thankfully, in the most part due to that trade of bread and vegetables. I also added that in there. A couple more upgrades have got in, but nothing major. It's sort of kind of ticking over. My goal was at the beginning, as I've said probably several times now, was just to sort the food issue out, at least to get us through winter, and it feels like that's the ongoing issue here. I kind of feel like I might go with orchards here as well, depending on points. We'll see how it goes. Money's not going to be an issue in the long run from a trade route perspective, so we'll sort of see how that goes. And then last but not least, in Goldhof, the unloved child as we referred to it as, they do have their apiaries. They're not all up and running. I think one maybe doesn't have a family in at the moment, but it's going quite nicely over here in amongst the lovely rain. They've got no problems. They have started to deal with this salt mine again. So if we come out of this nice view, yeah, they're starting to get ale again. The issue there was I stopped salt, and salts was what they were trading for bread and for ale. So yeah, it kind of messed things up there a bit. As you can see, Middleton is struggling food wise, but berry season is upon us. And I can actually, we're not building over here, so I can stick 3 people in there straight away and they'll be fine. They'll get through it, but I've really got to consider what I do expansion wise. People, and that comes to people, before I do too much else over here. Obviously trade is fine, it's all good and well. We've got some coins so we can bring food in. We just got to think about that. Ale is another issue. Mintingham's food has dropped as well, but that's mainly because we've not been producing while we've been moving, but we should be okay, I say. It may not end that way, but I hope it does. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I've recorded a lot longer than normal just to move some things on, just so you can kind of see the progress without watching it at a snail's pace. But don't forget to hit the like button if you have, and also I do love to read the comments. But until the next one, take care.